Hi there folks, and welcome to my mini lecture on digital business opportunities and barriers. In this session we're going to look at a number of key areas. We're going to look at the opportunities for digital business. We'll look a little bit at factors driving the adoption of digital technology by business. We'll also look at improvements in business profitability and efficiency. And we'll also look at improvements in business competitiveness. We'll also look at businesses' benefits to the customer in the adoption of digital technology, and we'll also look at some of the barriers and risks to digital business adoption. And then finally in this session we'll look at barriers to the consumer digital business adoption. So those are the areas that we're going to look at in this week's mini lecture. So to start off with then, let's think a little bit about the opportunities for digital business then. Well, there are many new opportunities for business which have been made possible by the use of the internet and the increased ease of communication that brings along. The internet has also allowed businesses to reach out to existing customers, new customers, and also to their suppliers as well. Electronic commerce has disrupted many traditional business approaches and transformed them into new digital businesses. The process of insuring your car has changed enormously, hasn't it? We used to go to a office or building in the high street and spend our Saturday morning waiting to talk with one of the customer service people. They then looked using various sort of facilities that they had, books, charts and tables, to find the best car insurance for us, and then we left with a cover note having given them a check. Well, nowadays, of course, e-commerce and digital business has transformed that process so that we can do it almost entirely ourselves, electronically, searching across a wide range of suppliers and coming up with at the end of the process with a website on which we've actually got the policy that we wanted for our car, all without the leaving of our own home. You could also look at the process of purchasing a TV license, or perhaps booking a holiday. All of these different services have been digitally transformed over the last 10 or 15 years. So moving on further and looking at some of the factors driving the adoption of digital technology by a business. There's many factors that drive this adoption. For some businesses, it is simply that they must adapt and adopt digital technology just to survive. For other companies, their business model is about using digital technology to disrupt established marketplaces, companies like Amazon and Netflix, which we'll look at in upcoming sessions. Other businesses adopt digital technology to improve profitability or efficiency. And some businesses are value-driven businesses seeking to increase revenue or make cost savings by delivering services electronically. Perhaps my car insurance example might be one of those sort of businesses. Well, if we look a little bit at improvements in business profitability and efficiency, what should we say about that? Well, providing a digital service or a digital product can improve business profitability very easily. This can be done by reducing the cost of sales and reducing the operating costs of the business. Business efficiency can also be improved by digitising the supply chain, giving increased speed in dispatching goods or obtaining products or services from the suppliers. If we think about my car insurance example, not only can the process be far more speedily carried out, but also postage is saved because we no longer need to send out car insurance details, which are printed out documents. All we need now to do is to send an email with a web link to a secure website, and our car insurance policy sits on there for us to access at any time from any device. But also the process of actually interviewing me to find out what sort of car needs I had for my insurance is also speeded up and made far more efficient, and savings there because I don't know or don't any longer need to speak to a member of staff in order to do that. And so lots of profitability and efficiency issues there. You might also look at the example of booking a holiday. We no longer need to visit the store, and this reduces operating costs. All the holiday information is made online, reducing sales costs. Your tickets for flights and hotel vouchers are sent to you via email, saving costs and increasing the speed in dispatching goods. And you enter all of the information saving admin costs for the holiday company. In fact, when you think about it, the whole process is entirely digital and carried out by yourself in most cases. So lots of improvements there in business profitability and efficiency. So thinking now a little bit about improvements in business competitiveness. Well, providing a digital service or product can improve business competitiveness by increasing customer demand, by improving a range of services and the quality of those services, and as stated earlier, retaining your business's market share when competitors are using digital technology. Our example of booking a holiday can be examined again. The use of web-based e-commerce means that the customers no longer need to be geographically close to the store. Thus, demand can be increased and our capture of customers can be dramatically increased. More information can be provided about the holidays. Pictures, videos, recent reviews all improve the quality of service. And the range of services can then be improved by offering additional travel services, car hire, holiday excursions, bookable online or via an app. So there are lots of improvements there in business competitiveness. There are also a number of benefits to the customer in the adoption of digital technology. The benefits to the consumer of businesses adopting digital technology can be summarised by the 6 C's that we read about in our course textbook. We can also continue to use our holiday booking example to see how these relate to the real world. Well, the 6 C's are as follows. The first one is content. Far more detailed information, full descriptions of the holiday facilities with photographs and videos so customers know exactly what it is they're booking. Customisation, or sometimes known as personalisation. We have more control to personalise our holidays, the travel dates, etc. So gone are the days of us needing to fit in with when the holiday actually runs. We can be far more flexible. Community, that's the third C. This enables customers to discuss products or services within a chat room or forum or via a blog before actually going on the holiday. You know the best places to eat or how much other travellers have paid for their taxi fares. So there's a buy-in and a real feeling about the holiday that you're going on. The fourth C is convenience, the ability to purchase products and services from your computer, tablet or mobile phone. Choice is the fifth C. Digital technologies allows you to research the product or service before you purchase it and be sure that you've bought the most or paid the most competitive price or got the closest to the holiday that you really wanted. And then finally, cost reduction. This allows you to get the best price. In the case of our holiday example, we could buy our flights from EasyJet, our hotel from Love Holidays and our transport from a local taxi operator to give a best price for us. So moving on a little, we should now perhaps look at the other side of the digital business, considering some of the risks and the barriers to the digital business adoption. First of all, let's look at it from the digital business point of view. Well, the opportunities given by digital business should be balanced against the risks of implementing digital business services. Making the wrong decision about digital business investments is one of the main strategic risks. For most businesses, it gives a competitive advantage, but it must be well planned and correctly implemented. Website capacity concerns. Well, websites can fail due to peak traffic, e.g. after a tea advert or at particular times of the season. Amazon, for example, need to make sure that their servers are particularly fast and have particular depth in terms of storage and capacity at key times during the calendar, perhaps at Christmas or on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Security issues leading to data or credit card information theft can also be one of the drawbacks or barriers to digital business adoption. And also concerns about the online order fulfillment. On one respect, selling lots and lots of a particular product is brilliant from a company point of view, but if it turns out that we can't fulfill those orders in a timely way, then actually the credibility and the look of the company can be damaged in particular ways. So there are risks and barriers to digital business adoption. Thinking about it from the perspective of the consumer or the customer, well, for many consumers, there are also a range of barriers to the adoption of digital business. For some customers, there is a limited perceived benefit. Indeed, some customers actually enjoy the process of visiting stores, banks, and other face-to-face services. Time for many and efficiency are not necessarily their top priority. For many older generations, there is still a lack of trust in digital technology, and for many of this group, they are actually outside of the digital sphere and have very little capacity or technology in order to use digital business. Security issues and the way in which customer data is stored are for many a concern that is very difficult to overcome. And there is still a considerable number of people in society who do not necessarily have the digital skills to use digital technology out there. And finally, there are socio-economic factors. These can also act as a barrier. Some do not have access to the internet, Wi-Fi, or appropriate devices, and for the poorest in society, the cost of becoming digital is still a major problem. So to summarise our session, we've looked at 7 key areas in some detail. We've first of all looked at the opportunities that are there for digital businesses. We've looked at some of the factors driving the adoption of digital technology by business, some of the improvements in business profitability and efficiency that can be generated, as well as improvements in business competitiveness. We've also looked at the benefits to the customer in the adoption of digital technology, and we've also then looked at the business risks and barriers to digital business adoption from a business point of view and also from the point of view of the consumer. I hope you found this mini lecture helpful, and I look forward to speaking to you again in our next. Thank you.